Did you know that in the 19th century, people believed that mice could spontaneously spring from a pile of rags, worms from a piece of meat, and that microorganisms, microbes, and yeasts appeared and grew spontaneously in the air, water, and any other natural environment? This was because nearly 300 years ago, Aristotle attributed the emergence of living beings, which had no ancestors or parents, to inanimate matter. For a long time, the belief in so-called spontaneous generation was considered self-evident. But how did humanity come to accept the idea that life wasn't the product of random and continuous emergence? In 1864, after years of research, the French scientist Louis Pasteur declared unequivocally at a conference at the Sorbonne, "Spontaneous generation does not exist." Pasteur's meticulous experiments in the 19th century clearly demonstrated that in all supposed cases of spontaneous generation, there were, in fact, germs or eggs at the origin of the organisms that emerged, thus definitively refuting this theory. Thanks to him, the hypothesis of spontaneous generation completely lost its scientific credibility. This is why we can ask about the origin of life on Earth, or at least about the origin of living organisms. In a completely isolated and sterile environment, life doesn't appear spontaneously, leading us to understand that life evolves slowly and gradually. It has become important to understand that life is defined through a dynamic view of biological processes. This is why we talk about conditions and circumstances, about life itself, and about vital phenomena such as growth, metabolism, reproduction, and others. The biological definition of life: an organism is said to be alive when it exchanges matter and energy with its environment while maintaining its autonomy, and when it reproduces and evolves through natural selection. In upcoming episodes, we will explore the mystery of the origin of life. Life, whatever the organism, is based on the cell cycle, which consists of several stages, including reproduction. From this perspective, we are all equal, or nearly equal. This is life,